If you've been struggling with the NAS100 market, then this video is going to be the video that is going to help you build your confidence inside of the NAS100 market, especially this upcoming week, because I'm going to share my entries, my exits, and my profit target zones inside of the NAS100 market. So if we just take a look at the weekly time frame here, we can see that there was a lot of bearish momentum at the beginning of the week, and then we ended not bullish, but with a lot of bullish momentum closing this way, and this candle basically that rejected the downside. So we're going to go to lower time frames and we're going to see what is happening there. But let's just go ahead and talk about these levels really quick. Actually, it'll make more sense on the daily. So let me go ahead and go there. All right. So basically here on the daily, I do have quite a few levels that I am going to call off. I'm not going to call off all of them because we will be making modifications and we will be deleting some of these zones, especially because they're no longer relevant or we have new price action. So this level right here is at 23,986. This is the height of the market so far. And then we do have this other level here at 23,710. The next level is here at 23,530. And we do see that this week's candle today's candle rather, tapped into this. So we may have to make some refinements along with this level. May need to make some refinements. Just going to leave that there for now. But for right now, it is sitting at 23,413. This yellow zone here is at 23,322. And then this level right here is at 23,224. Now, I do see some other zones here. Price did obviously make some market structure here this past week. So we're going to go ahead and put something there just to see where price is matching up. And then I do want to call out this level here at 22,934. And the other thing I want to do here on this time frame is, if I can get it. So basically, it's just stretch this out just a little bit because even though price did not come to this zone exactly, it got really close. So I definitely want to pay attention to it on lower time frames. And this last level here that I'll probably call out on this market is at 22,715. So let's go down to H4 so that way we can see a lot more data and make sense of these zones. And by the way, if you want to get more than just these weekly markups, then go ahead and check out the new website for the Profitable Traders Academy, where basically this is not a course, it is hands-on help in order to help you be able to rock these markets. So if you want more information, then go ahead and either enroll or you can set up a strategy call, 100% refundable even if you sign up or not. So go ahead and check out this website, and as you can see, a lot more details about what you'll get and basically all the extra things that you'll get and extra support. And also one thing I want to call out here is just for this cohort, just for this time right now, I am offering some limited bonuses for this. And basically you can read through these and these are amazing bonuses. Yes, this says gold, but look, any market here, but then also for people who do mark up gold, they could get a market bias every single day for the next 30 days, which is why I'm not doing this later. I'm doing it right now. So, and then everybody gets this back test and risk calculator. So something that I built personally myself inside of Excel because I like Excel. And basically the first 6 traders who enroll before the 30th will get that. So these bonuses will be disappearing after that time. So go ahead and check out the link in the description box below. It is profitabletradersacademy.com. You can check the description to get the official link, and hopefully I will see you there. So going back to this H4 time frame, looking at the price action here, I don't want to touch that because you can see that it respected it in the past. It's here. I want to leave that alone. The other thing I want to add on this time frame is actually just a level right here. So this level, as I talked about before, is that it held, and I want to make sure that I mark it off. So on this H4 time frame, this looks good here at 23,082. I may make refinements on lower time frames, but let's see what else we may want to adjust from last week. Actually nothing really at this point, except for maybe I can push this up. Even though this candle is not closed yet, I don't foresee it moving up as too much in order to make this zone invalid, but anything is possible. So just make sure that when you're looking at this at the beginning of the week, see how it closed. If it closed like this level is fine. If not, then basically just put it back to where it was at 23,530, but now we're going to change it to 23,549. So it's not that much difference, but I just want to make you aware of that. So let's go ahead and go down to the H2 time frame. All right, so we can see now very clearly on this time frame that the market was kind of bullish, and then it just basically sold off quite a bit before pushing up for 300 plus points inside of this market just today. So it's very choppy waters for sure, but if you caught this move, good for you. But basically, it was a really tough move, I know, for people to actually catch. So if you didn't get it, don't worry, because there's so many opportunities inside of this market. But for right now, this looks good. Let's go ahead and go to H1 before we get into our game plan for this upcoming week. So looking at this market and looking at these levels, I actually do want to pull this down just a little bit. So now this is sitting at 23,069. We have a lot of confluence around this area, and then we do see some resistance levels that were created in this zone right here. So right now I'm feeling quite confident in this level placement for sure, and I don't think there's anything else I want to change, because the markets were just basically stuck in the consolidation, not just NAS100 but many other markets as well, because they wanted to see what was going to happen today with Jerome Powell speaking, and we can see what has happened. So next week will be interesting for sure. So what I'm looking for next week, so obviously we have this resistance here that was created. So I'm looking for some sort of pullback for sure, because really big moves like these, typically these get retraced, and I want to make sure that I find a good level in order to continue the buys for this market. So my first target would be here and going up. My second would be looking at this level right here at 328 kind of zone, and then down here to 23,227, and then here kind of like as a last attempt for me would be at 23,064, especially because if price retraced all the way below these wicks right here, then basically it would let me know that the price wants to do something else. It's not interested in buying anymore at that particular point. And then of course, let's just go ahead and look at what this whole zone is. Like, this is 400, almost 500 points inside of the market. So obviously a really nice area to look at in terms of finding an opportunity to continue the buy. So of course, I know some of you will like to try to short, because this is a really high area, and sometimes there is an opportunity to short. But basically, I would be looking for something after here at 23,459, especially because this is a very clean support. And of course, I would be looking on lower time frames in order to find something that gives me a lot more confluence here. So this right here is a really nice support at 23,459. Of course, going on lower time frames to find something that lines up with the way that I trade, that could be a potential short-term short opportunity. But for the most part, I'm focused on buys. So this has been my analysis for the NAS100 market. If you found this helpful, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all of that, because currently I'm posting 3 videos per week. That's Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. So if you want to go ahead and get those videos and have them to become a better trader, then go ahead and do so. I will see you there.